Okay, so today we are going to discuss two important topics. Okay, and for the first one, maybe let's take a simple one to begin with so that like it doesn't get too heavy. I'm just going to convert this particular chart in Vedic format, just for the ease of use and explanation and stuff like that. So, what's the maybe let me expand it a little bit here, here. Okay, okay. So maybe let me take a black ink. Okay, so the rising is Leo, so we're going to use Leo. Leo as the first sign, then Virgo. Okay, I'll have to probably zoom in a little bit before I begin. So okay, so this is Leo, this is Virgo, this is Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, the twins, or sorry, Gemini, and the Cancer. Okay, maybe the Cancer can use a little bit correction because it looks bad. Okay, this is Cancer. So, because it's a Leo ascendant chart, it's going to be a whole sign chart because that's what this particular design permits. It's really difficult unless you use something called a pouch or lip. That's something advanced. I'm not even going to get into it. But mostly this particular chart is whole signs. We use whole signs or equal houses, but equal houses also doesn't show. So it's a whole signs chart. Let me see. Is anything conjunct ascendant? No, no. There is Mars in Cancer, so let's put in all the planets. So there is a Mars in Cancer. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that could happen. There is a Mars in Cancer. Okay, and let's go in the forward direction. There is a Jupiter in Libra. So Jupiter is here in Libra. So Jupiter is in Libra. Should I maybe get a thicker pen, or maybe there is a North Node at 14 degrees. North Node at 14 degrees. This is really interesting. And that too in uh, Sagittarius. So this is a North Node in Sagittarius. Um, the Saturn, Saturn is at 28 degrees. Saturn is at 28 degrees in Aquarius. So interesting. So Saturn is in its own, wow, it's an own sign. So this is Saturn. Then we have Aries. We have three planets in Aries. That is Venus, Mercury, and Moon. So Venus, Mercury, and Moon. So we're going to write in that order. So this is Venus. This is Mercury and Moon. Okay, these three are in Aries and they're in ninth house. Next we have uh, Sun in Taurus. That's interesting. The Sun is in Taurus. Yeah, we have Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, North Node and South Node in this particular sign. So this is a regular Rashi chart, Rashi Kundali, or it's also known as D1. Okay, so now first we'll try to understand the aspects. Okay, the aspects are called drishti. Drishti is like drishti means the same thing. You know what aspects are called in Greek? It's to see. Drishti is the what's visible to that particular planet. Okay, and so there are two kinds of drishti. One which is from the planet, and the other which is called the Rashi drishti. Okay, and we will look at both kinds of drishti. So now, first let's begin with the sun. Okay, so sun. Let me take a different pen, maybe. Should I take a yellow or a light blue or maybe green? Let's take green to indicate where planet will have drishti. Okay, so sun will have in the seventh house from itself. So the seventh house is exactly opposite. So this is where the sun will have drishti. Okay, but I will not draw the sun here. Uh, I'll maybe write it for clarification. Moon, moon also has in seventh house. Moon has a drishti or an aspect in the seventh house, so it's here. The moon has a drishti here. Then, and you also have Jupiter. There's Jupiter and moon. They're having a drishti on each other. So you have next that is Mercury. Sorry, Mars. Mars has fourth, seventh, and eighth. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So Mars has an aspect here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Interesting. So Mars has an aspect here too. Okay, and seventh as well. Seventh. Okay. Next, Jupiter, Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury. So Mercury also has just the seventh aspect, so it is here on Jupiter. So it has seventh, and Mars has fourth, seventh, and eighth house. Okay. Now Jupiter is Jupiter also has fifth, seventh, and ninth. So Jupiter has 5, 7, and ninth house drishti. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Jupiter has an aspect here, 6, 7, and here. Maybe I'll write a little bit outside Jupiter, and so 7, 8, 9 here. Wow, one good thing is okay, it's at least in 11th house. Then Saturn has aspect on 3rd, 7th, and 10th. So 3rd from Saturn, 1, 2, 3. So 3, 7, and 10. So 1, 2, 3, Saturn is aspecting here. 3rd, 7th. So 7th is here. Saturn is aspecting the Leo, and Saturn's 10th house is here. Saturn is aspecting the home as well. Now we have the nodes. So I'm going to use a different pen for nodes. They don't have a physical body. So, you know, some people use it, some people don't. So it's just going to be 5, 7, and 9. And this is also going to be 5, 7, and 9 house. Okay. So let's count. 1, 2, 7th is like on each other. So Rahu and Ketu, they're aspecting each other first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. They're aspecting the ninth house, and 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, the first house as well. Then Ketu, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, interesting. The third house. 6, 7, 8, 9. Seventh house. Interesting. Maybe not here. I write down here. Okay. This is one kind of aspect. These are the aspects of planets. So you can use this particular example to remember how the Vedic planet aspects work. Okay, and next we will try to understand the Rashi Drishti. Okay, Rashi Drishti. So let me just copy the whole thing. Maybe we'll have to erase some parts of it, but let's just copy things as they are. Okay, and maybe we'll have to erase some of these things. Okay, look, anything that's close to the signs. Let me take a big eraser. Oh, no, 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 not the planets. Or maybe let's take the planets. Let's erase the planets. So let me clean this up a little bit so that there is a clean slate. Oh, sorry. So there's a better, so there's some clarity about whatever we are discussing, and I can obviously take another chart, but it's gonna take the same amount of time to write all the signs one by one. So it's better just to erase what's in here. Okay, good, good, good. Let me take another pen, just because I like variety. So, you know what's interesting? This is based on a whole different secret. Okay, so there's two versions of Rashi Drishti, and I'm going to show one that is accurate by tropical method. Okay, so let me mention that it's a tropical method here, because whatever you find in books, especially the books that were translated in the last 20 to maybe not 20 years, maybe 200 years, some of the books that were translated recently, they don't have the correct Rashi Drishti in them. I'm just gonna go off my memory and try to give you the correct information. So, uh, Leo, Leo has a. Should I write the signs or draw the signs? What should I do? I'll write the signs. Okay. So Leo has an aspect on Cancer, Aries, and Capricorn. Where is Capricorn? Okay, here. So Leo has aspect on all these three signs. Another one is we started with Leo, so let's stick to that. Then Virgo has an aspect on all the mutable signs. So where are all the mutable signs? Okay, so you have Sagittarius. So Virgo has an. I think signs will be better because no, I'm just gonna write it. So Virgo and Pisces, Virgo, Gemini. So three aspects on all mutables. So mutables, did you pay attention? Mutables always aspect other mutables. And a cardinal sign often aspects three different fixed signs. Now we're going to the cardinal signs and see what the cardinal signs are doing. Okay, so the cardinal sign, Libra is a cardinal air sign, and Libra is going to aspect first thing Scorpio. Okay, Libra likes Scorpio. So Libra aspecting Scorpio, and Libra will aspect Aquarius, and the Libra will probably aspect Taurus. Yeah, Libra aspects Taurus. Okay, next. we move on to Scorpio. Like I said, Libra will aspect, cardinal signs will aspect fixed signs, and fixed signs will aspect cardinal signs. Now, fixed sign Scorpio. Scorpio will aspect, let me remember. Scorpio has an aspect on Cancer. Scorpio has an aspect on Libra. So this love is mutual. So Scorpio also has an aspect. Interesting. So Scorpio has an aspect on Aries sign. So look at this. Next, we go to Sagittarius, and Sagittarius obviously just aspects every other mutable sign, starting with Virgo and Gemini and Pisces. Okay, Sagittarius. Sorry about my handwriting. Uh, but you know what that is. Next sign is Capricorn, and like the rule suggests, Capricorn is going to aspect three fixed signs. So what are the fixed signs? Capricorn's first, one of the aspects is on Taurus. Taurus, Capricorn. Second aspect is on Leo. So somebody is finally aspecting Leo. And the third aspect is on Aquarius. So then we move on to Aquarius. And Aquarius is going to first aspect darling Libra. Aquarius. Secondly, Capricorn. This love is mutual. Suddenly I forgot the spelling of Aquarius. Wow. I mean, that can happen. So Aquarius, this is Aquarius. Now, next thing, who else? Who else? Aquarius should take one more sign, right? So it took Libra and okay. We need one more. What's the? Oh, it's Cancer. Cancer. Okay. Now we move on to Pisces, and Pisces has obviously aspect on three other mutable signs, starting with Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius. Okay. Then comes Aries. Aries has an aspect on Taurus and on Leo and on Aries, Leo, Scorpio. Interesting, so Scorpio, yeah. Okay, then Taurus. Taurus will aspect Capricorn here, Aries here, and Libra. So here. Then we go to Gemini. Obviously, as usual, as the rule suggests, it's gonna aspect other mutable signs like this. Okay. Lastly, we go to Cancer, and Cancer is going to aspect first thing Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, and who else? Who else? Yeah, Aquarius, and lastly, I hope this particular topic was Rashi Drishti. I hope this is clear. And the previous one, that was something else. Let me just go back and write the name for it. So yeah, this one, this particular one, it was Graha. drishti. Graha is basically the word used for planet. So this is graha drishti. I hope it is clear now. Okay, now let's move on to the next topic, that is Navamsha. And let me zoom in on Aries, okay? This is Aries. The signs in the outer circle, which are like the rainbow color, they're going to be a little bit confusing because they're mirror reflection of the existing design that I had. And because I didn't make my own, so I had to like make do with whatever I found on Google. So, what is Navamsha? What is Navamsha? Everybody is obsessed with Navamsha. Everybody wants to get their Navamsha checked. Everybody thinks that Navamsha is only about their life partner. Okay, Navamsha. Navamsha or the D9 chart. Okay, so I keep saying over and over again, and people get confused what I mean by that. They look at me like I'm crazy or something. Because Navamsha are not the zodiac signs. There's only one zodiac constellation or sign. And let's not even call them constellation because, you know, you know what, it's gonna lead to a debate which I don't want to participate in. So we're just going to we're just going to be we're just going to like try to make sense of this, okay? So when you take one sign, which is from here to here, it is a 30 degree of a circle. 30 degrees of a circle. That's a zodiac sign. Okay? That's a 30 degree of a circle. Now you divide by 9. And if you divide by 9, each part is 3 degrees 20 minutes, and that's let's get to that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me take this portion first, from here to here. Okay, that's one nakshatra. So one nakshatra. So there are how many legs? 1, 2, 3, 4 legs. So you multiply this by 4, and they become 13 degrees 20 minutes, and that's one nakshatra. And nakshatra has 4 padas. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nakshatra has 4 padas, and each pada equals 1 navamsha. Okay, this is the whole logic behind navamsha. So there are always 2 and a quarter, not always 2 complete nakshatras, not complete nakshatras, but you get the point, right? There are close to 2 and a quarter nakshatras in each sign, and every leg or every pada, nakshatra pada, this is the accurate word, nakshatra pada, that is just the navamsha, that is the D9. Okay, so this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 navamshas, and it continues. If you pay attention, it goes on and on. So it will be 10 here in next Rashi, 11, 12, again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is how navamshas work. So people use this language. You know what they say? For example, look at this. This particular Venus, this Venus is in 1, 2, 3, 4. It's almost over that. Oh, it's 345, so it's obviously in here. It's in Taurus. So this particular Venus, she is in Aries in D1, but in Taurus in D9, and people are just gonna say, "Oh, my Venus has shifted to another sign. My Venus has shifted to Taurus." That's not correct. Technically speaking, Venus never left the sign. Venus is exactly where Venus is supposed to be. It's just that Taurus Navamsha is one division of Aries sign. So Venus, even if you're looking at the Navamsha sign, Venus is exactly where she is in D1. She never shifted any places, nothing like that. And these signs, they're just indicative of elements. It's the indication, they are like symbolic. They're symbolic, or symbolic is not the right word. They're indicative of different kinds of elements. For example, this particular Venus, it's in cardinal fire sign in D1, but it goes into, if you go on a microscopic level, this Venus is in a fixed earth sign. So from cardinal fire, it's in fixed earth sign. So it's outward, the way Venus appears on the outside is the cover of the book is like the fiery Aries Venus. But in reality, this particular Venus is in pretty good dignity in D9 because it's in Taurus. It's the sign ruled by Venus. So it's pretty good. Next is, look at this. This is Mercury, and this Mercury is in it's in own. I wouldn't say domicile because I don't know if that's correct terminology. I would say own sign because of how we say in the Vedic astrology. So Mercury is in fiery cardinal sign, that is Aries, but that is in D1, and that's the outward expression. This person may appear a little bit extroverted based on how they communicate, but in reality, oh yeah, they are chatty. They are chatty because Mercury is even though fiery on the outside, but airy in the inside. Mercury is in the sign ruled by itself. Next, this moon. Now this moon is debilitated. Look at this. This moon is debilitated in D9. So this is not the most healthiest moon. This moon, well, on the outside it looks like, oh, you just have an Aries moon, but and it's in the Bharani Nakshatra, the fourth leg of Bharani Nakshatra. Yeah, pretty problematic. This is in, wow, this moon is debilitated in D9. It's in Scorpio, and Sun is in detriment in D9. It's in Capricorn. Capricorn exactly is not the detriment in that way, but it's an enemy sign. You can say it's an enemy, or yeah, enemy sign. Uh, Similarly, now we'll just mark everybody visually. Now this particular south node, it's in Aquarius Navamsha, and in D1 it's in, so it's pretty exalted in D1 because no, sorry, my bad. This is debilitated in D1 and it's okay in D9. So it's debilitated, but not debilitated in D9. Uh, Next is Mars, and Mars, let me see, 27, 3, so it's here. So Mars is in Pisces. Mars is pretty much debilitated. Mars is extremely debilitated. Sorry, Mars. And this is like a really strong, if you see, it's in the 12th house. This is a really strong, what do you call, Mangal dosha that this chart has. So they are going to have a little bit marital problems. Next is Jupiter in 7 degrees 5 minutes, and this Jupiter, wow, look at this. This Jupiter is in a really good sign because Sagittarius is something called Moola Trikona. Moola Trikona sign. So that's Sagittarius for Jupiter. So it's good. Good. Who else is left? Oh, the North Node. It's in Leo, in D9, and I guess we have covered all the signs. But well, let me be sure. Yeah, Saturn is left. Saturn is in its own sign in maybe domicile as well in D1, and in D9 it's in Aquarius. Sorry, it's in Gemini. Can you see that this is not a real conjunction? Can you see that these are two different signs? There's a Gemini here and there's a Gemini here. But it's possible that in your D9 you will get these two planets conjunct. So the way people try to interpret this is they try to interpret it the same way like you have a conjunction in D1. But it's not a real conjunction. It's just that both the planets are aspecting the same elements in D9. So it's a mutable air. So Mercury and Saturn are both influencing mutable air signs. So that's how the result is going to be. It's extremely important that you keep in mind that the language that you use to describe something that can create confusion in your own mind and to supply the gap between your knowledge and your understanding, between like the technique and your knowledge, you will end up using guesswork or assumptions. But if you learn to visually think and if you learn to make the observations the right way, this confusion should not happen. So I hope I was able to clarify the difference between regular chart and the D9 and why planets are not the way they are. You think they look in D9 because this is how they are. Planets never move from D1 to D9. Planets never shift anywhere when they go in divisional charts. It's just that divisional charts are designed a certain way, and each have a role to play. And uh, the first thing, the first priority in all of this should be learning to make the observations